Hey, what's slicing, everybody? Chris back with CAC Knives here with another quick unboxing video without a box. This is a new brand to me, a brand that's really only available on AliExpress. However, there was a eBay seller that was selling it for about the same price as AliExpress. And considering the materials they were listing, I figured I would give it a shot. The brand name is Lemifshe. Lemifshe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm guessing that is a foreign name, and I'm sure it's said differently in whatever language that's from. But I did my best, and Lemifshe is what we're going with. So this knife is listed for under $200, and it's claiming to have Zircuti and an M390 blade on the knife. Now, this company does make a few models that I would consider clones. However, this one is not a clone as far as I can tell. And if you guys know about this and think this is a clone of something, please tell me below what knife model this is a clone to. But I cannot find anything. And let's see. Well, let's go ahead and get the let's get the good old Windex out, because Zircuti is insanely where else did it show? Yeah, Zircuti is insanely prone to finger touching. And I don't mean that in a dirty way, but fingerprints do make Zircuti not look near as good. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow. Ooh, look at that color changing. That's a good sign. Okay. So I was worried that this was not going to be real Zircuti, but from the looks of this, it is. Which is going to surprise me a lot. I'm sure it's a very thin piece of Zircuti. Also has Zircuti thumb studs. And there's a few ways that I can tell if things aren't real Damascus or real Zircuti. The first is, does it change colors as it sways in the light? And what I mean by that is, you should be able to look at this at different light angles and see it change colors. You should be able to see the blues kind of be more prevalent, or sometimes they even go to pink. And I actually do have an example of that right here. And I know this is 100% Zircuti. This is my Riot knife, but you can see it at different angles. It will change light, and it may be harder to allow that to be seen on camera as it is in person. Do you see the red or the violet kind of pop up right there? You see that? When the sunlight hits it, do you see how it changes colors? But then all of a sudden we're kind of back to blue, right? Kind of black to a darker blue. Damascus and Zircuti has this effect where it does change color throughout light. And this knife is 100% doing that. It's pretty hard. I don't even know if I've ever seen a company be able to mimic that ability. So it's passing that. The other way you can tell is by the topographic map. It's what I like to call, see the layering with the zirconium there? This knife does not have it as prevalent, but it is there. You see when the light hits that, you see how you got the layer? That's the Zircuti being a different layer than the titanium. And that's very neat. Okay. So it is real Zircuti, which instantly I would say makes this knife worth its price. And it is real Zircuti. You can see the layers there barely popping in. You can see my fingers have touched it already, which is going to make the Zircuti not look as good, but we're doing our best here. The layers are popping in. A lot easier to see that in person than on the camera. But they are definitely popping in. Now this back here, and this is exactly what I was talking about, this is flamed titanium. And see how there's no color changing? There's no layers. There's just lines. That is flamed titanium, okay? You can definitely see the difference in that and in this, okay? Zircuti, Flame Titanium. It's a good knife to show the difference. Now, they're claiming this knife is M390, and I will say the blade is stamped M390, and you have a model number there, surprisingly. Wow. JR9610. The post also claimed this is on ceramic bearings, which it does. Oh, it is. It sure is. You can see them in there. It did feel like it was on bearings when I opened it. Yep. I might need to put a little bit of pivot lube in there, but it feels pretty good. Got some nice lines on the blade. Wow. Yeah, nice lines. I'm overall very impressed. Even if this is not M390, I personally do not have a way to test if it is M390. But honestly, guys, I'm not going to lie. If this knife was D2, I wouldn't complain. Zircuti for, this knife was probably about 175 bucks. I would still have bought it, okay? Fit and finish looks good. It feels comfortable. It's very fidgety. It's got some good jimping right here. Very impressed. Now, like I said, I do not want to be the owner of a clone. So, if this knife is a clone to another knife that you know of, please let me know. Like I said, this company does have clones, but to my knowledge, this is an original design of theirs, of Lemifshe's. This is not a review. The review will come in the future. This is just an unboxing. It did come with a box, but the box was a little sketchy. So, the box was a real basic box, okay? This looked a lot cooler, so I just decided to go from here. But that'll do it for today's video, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It gives me a crazy, awesome feeling inside when I get a new subscriber, and you will see things like this all the time. I'm very open and honest about my views and my opinions, and I pretty much always will be. So I like to get wild, crazy knives, as you can tell from this video alone. But with that, I'll leave you all to it, and I'll see you in the next one.